You're watching EVO Lounge on Evolution 1079. I'm your host, Stephen Chang, and in this edition, I'm going to be talking to Christie King. She's an upcoming actress in Vancouver, and I sat down with her to talk about the challenges of acting, what got her into acting, and some tips that she has for people who wanted to get into the business, and how to prepare them for the challenges that they're going to face. Christie, thanks for joining me for this interview. You're an actress right now.
Yeah.
Currently looking for some roles, doing some auditions and stuff. Well, what got you into acting in the first place?
It's really simple. I was in grade 5, and then my best friend kept bugging me to join the drama club, and I kept saying no, I didn't want to do that. And then finally she kept bugging me because it kept going on, and then I was like, okay, I'll try it, and I tried it, and it just kind of clicked, and it just stayed.
So it's just something that you kind of had a feeling that you were you wanted to do it. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to pursue.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think are the biggest highs in terms of acting? What do you think is the most fun part about it?
I feel like when it's something in the script that you particularly yourself believe in, and I feel like it's a really blurred between you and the character when you believe what you're saying. If it's something that's important to you, because it's what your values are. If your values are in the script that you're acting out, that's when you feel like it's you, but it's not you, and then you say it, and it's a character, but it's you. I feel like I could have articulated that a lot better, but yeah, I feel like that's the best way I can explain it. Yeah. So
is it you kind of find that attachment to whatever character it is you're playing? So let's say if you're walking to an audition, you receive a script, and then do you try to identify yourself with the character? Do you try to see it in that character's eyes?
Oh yeah.
And then transform yourself into that character and their mentality.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, always. Yeah.
And do you find any difficulty with doing that sometimes when it comes to auditions? Or
yeah, lots of times. Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's hard to let go because, it's difficulty. I feel like the hardest thing is to not think about being judged, because with acting, you're going to be vulnerable, but you just need to, for me anyway, I just have to do my best to not think about what the people are thinking in the room. I just have to serve the character the best I can. And also for me, I need to serve the character for me, what's important to me.
And you did mention just now that you have a tendency to worry about people who are in the room watching you audition. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So how does that kind of affect your mindset when you are in the audition, or when you're about to walk in? How does that affect you, knowing that there are producers and directors who are watching you and trying to see if you're good for the role?
Yeah. Honestly, in the very beginning, it was the hardest, but once you've been to so many, it does get easier. I feel like you are your biggest critic. That's for everyone, not just me. So it's happened before where I've left and it's oh, that was really bad, and then I've gotten a call back, so I just kind of have to think about that. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as I think it is.
Do you have any examples of when this is let's say that happened, when you were you ever overwhelmed by knowing that those people are there in the room with you, and it kind of made you stop and think for a second and go oh crap, the producer and director here in front of me, can I go for this role? Has it ever overwhelmed you in any instance?
Honestly, no, I actually don't get that, because I know that there's going to be hundreds more. So it's okay, well, I'm going to leave this room in 5 minutes, less than that.
Okay.
So honestly, it doesn't. I don't feel that. I just do my best, and honestly, I don't feel that.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Because so it's like you already know going in, like you basically approach the audition with like an optimistic mindset in a way, where it's like you know that there's gonna be 100 more opportunities after you.
Yeah.
Because like, would you say that's not really common in the industry? What are your thoughts on that?
I think, yeah, I definitely think that, I feel like, yeah, that isn't, I mean, the way I think, I feel like that isn't very common because I talk to other actors and they're like, it's terrifying going in for an audition, or if you're not nervous before an audition, you're like, that's like not human. But like for me, I actually don't get nervous anymore because it's like, well, I've survived this past year. I've survived doing it. And it's like, okay, I have 3 more tomorrow. It's gonna keep happening. And, but yeah, it's interesting because I know a lot of people do get really nervous for certain roles. I feel like if it's one that I really, really want, I will be nervous because it's like, okay, it really matters if I do my best to do this. So I feel like in that instance, that's when I do get nervous, definitely, when I really, really want the role. Yeah. And
have you ever had moments when going for an audition or even like anticipating callback? Like, is there any times when you would get some kind of anxiety in terms of waiting for like what could happen, what might come out of it? Yeah, definitely, because it's really out of the blue, and I get anxiety in terms of scheduling actually, because it's like with my job, it's like, okay, who's gonna cover for me when this happens? Am I gonna have to turn down this role in terms of my scheduling? Right. So only in that instance do I get anxious, because it's like it's very uncertain. And it's about uncertainty and very out of the blue. And so, yeah, in those instances, yeah, I do, definitely. Is the worry that comes in there kind of related to, like, I guess, like, the concern that you might miss this opportunity because, let's say, someone can't cover you, or like, it just can't fit in your schedule, right? Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, like, honestly, though, like, that's a part of the job. It's very out of the blue, and so that's life. That's going to happen. You know, if I can't make it, that happens. There's going to be 100 more. So I just I try to think of it that way. What would you say, for instance, would be like the biggest challenges to like your way of thinking or your mindset that come with acting, or like what have you faced as like in your career so far? I feel like judgment, definitely. Not just it's funny because like when you're on a set. And, you know, you're doing your job, and everyone's doing their job, the crew doing their job, sound's doing their job. You kind of wonder, like, are they judging what I'm saying right now? Because you're in a room with, like, 50 other people, and they're all watching you if you do a scene, and you kind of wonder, are they judging me right now? And, you know, I'll never know. They very well might be, but it's like, okay, they're doing their job, they're focusing on their job, I'm trying to do my job, just focus on that for now and then worry about it when you're done. That's what I try to think about. And also, not just on set, but also off set. Because I feel like any job in the arts or entertainment, because, you know, you have these family gatherings and then they're asking, how's this going? And then you say it's slow right now, or nothing's really happening right now, because sometimes, you know, I will get roles, and then sometimes you don't. Yeah. And it's very vulnerable when you know, you're working hard to do this, and you know it's a difficult industry to get into, and then, you know, you say nothing's been happening right now, and you have to tell family that, and friends that, and you have to kind of dodge the reactions when you tell them you want to go into this. Yeah, definitely vulnerability in that area, in every area. For those who have anxiety or having a difficult time dealing with acting or like getting the process of acting, becoming an actor, like what advice do you have for them to be able to overcome these difficulties and challenges that they have? I feel like the biggest problem I had was what am I going to do if it doesn't work out? And I thought that I would feel really hopeless and my life would have no meaning and it would just, you know, it spiraled. And you have to remember there's more to life than the job.
when, you get successful, that's amazing, and, something you've worked really hard for, but there are also other things, like you're gonna have good times, and your friends are there, and your family is there, and it's not the be-all, end-all. Be okay with uncertainty. Yeah, that's it.
Would you say in the end, overall, it's, at least based on your experience so far, because I know that things are only gonna get bigger for you from here, right? Would you say it's a rewarding experience?
Yeah.
Being an actor, from starting up to where you're at now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, well, Christie, thanks for joining me for this
Thank
interview.
you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that has been this edition of EVO Lounge on Evolution 1079. I'm Stephen Chang, and thank you for watching.